Welcome to Code with Anna Christina. Today in this video I'm gonna talk about variable types in Java and how we declare them, and also I'm gonna give you some naming conventions in Java to respect them so that you can write code like professionals. I'm gonna start with creating a new Java project, so I'm gonna click on right-click New Java Project. I'm gonna name it Data Variables. Okay, so I'm gonna choose the Java 19. I'm not gonna create the module info. Finish. Here I have my new project, my new program. Create a Java class. I'm gonna call it just data. Okay, and check the public static void main. Here I have my class data. We're gonna start declaring some variables. I'm gonna start with some integer. So in Java, we have a data type that is called integer. What is an integer? An integer can store all whole numbers. It can be negative or positive, but we can't write it as an integer. We have to write it as an int. Okay, so int is the data type of whole numbers. And also we have to call it, just like give it a name. I'm gonna give it my number, and equal to 3. Okay, so we have the int number equals to 3. It's an integer, it's a whole number. It can be also int my number equals to -3. In this case, you have a yellow line because it's not used, it's a useless variable, but it's okay, we're gonna use it later. We also have some other variables, some other data types. Let's say the float. Okay, so float is for the decimals, so 3.5 for example. And I'm gonna declare a float variable. My float equals to -4.2, for example 27. And I'm gonna give it a letter F so that you don't have any errors, because it's written like that. Also, we have other data types for text. We have the string data type that stores text, but it's surrounded with double quotes, and also we can write some spaces in it. So, for example, let's take my name. Let's take the variable my name. My name equals to, and let's give it my name equals to Anna. So in this case, my name is a variable in which is stored the text Anna. It can be Anna is here. So we can also have some spaces and even characters. We also have another data type to store some characters, but one character only, which is the car. It's not used a lot, but we have to know about it. So the car is a data type to store some characters. So for example, if I have to create a character that is called my character, I'm gonna write it like that, and I'm gonna give it it's not gonna be surrounded by double quote, it's single quote, and I'm gonna close it like that, just like giving it the letter Q. Okay, so Q, my character, is a data variable in which is stored the letter Q, the character Q. Finally, we have another data variable, data type, which is the Boolean. What is a Boolean? A Boolean is a data type in which we can only store true or false. So it's used in decision making, for example. The Boolean my bool, for example, it can be equal to true or equal to false. So comments are written just like that. Okay, so let's say I'm gonna print a variable. I'm gonna write SYSO as I taught you earlier, and you click on Control Space, and you have automatically the systemout.println to print a variable. I'm gonna print the my number, so the integer, in fact, my number, my integer, and also I'm gonna print the my name, the string my name. Okay, so I'm gonna print two variables. I'm gonna run the program. So I have -3 and Anna is here. So my number, the integer, and the string my name. Now I'm gonna explain to you how to use or how to write the variables, or for example the name of a class, the name of a variable, because we have some naming conventions in Java and you have to know them so that you can write your code like professionals. So let's talk about the naming conventions that you have to respect in Java in order to write a code like professionals. Let's start with the variables and methods. We have to write them in a lower camel case, which means we have to start them with a lowercase letter and then capitalize the first letter of every subsequent word. So for example, here my variable or my method or my first integer, all of them start with a lowercase letter, and then the subsequent word, that is variable or method or first or integer, they all start with a capital case word. We also have the classes, the interfaces, the annotations, the enumerations, the records. In this case, we have to write them in upper camel case. They have to start with a capital case letter. So this is a class, it starts with a T capital case. Also, the write operation starts with a W capital case. What about the constants? Constants have different way of writing. They respect the screaming snake case, which means the interest rate, for example, they are all capital case letters and there is an underscore between all words. So there's an underscore between all subsequent words. What about the packages and property files? So they start with a lowercase and then you have a point after every subsequent word. And lastly, we have the kebab case, which is not recommended at all. I will give you some example, like landing page .html. So you have a dash and you have a point, and I don't recommend you to use it. That's all for today. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe.